ladies. My name is Owen Edwards. I'm the local representative for Colette. And here I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Colette and some really cool itineraries that we're doing with Wood County Council on Aging. We're going to be going to Canyon Country and Scotland Discovery. And so you guys are in for a good one. So yeah, I'll get started. I'll tell you guys a little bit about us and what we do. See if it'll work. I might just use the arrows.
Yeah.
I think I can click it a few times. I'm not sure if there was like some.
Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, if you guys haven't heard of Colette before, if you guys,
They've been on.
oh, have you been on Colette before? Okay, awesome,
I
yeah.
haven't, but they have.
Okay, yeah, well, Colette's been around since 1918. We're actually the oldest tour operator in North America, and we go all over the world. We have 170 different tours, go to 6 different countries, all 7 continents, and we've been doing it for a really long time, and we've got a ton of experience in the guided touring industry. And if you haven't heard of us, you probably know of us from Wheel of Fortune with Pat and Vanna, now Ryan and Vanna, and next, whoever in Vanna, So I've been with them for a long time, and they've actually I've been on a trip with the grand prize winner before.
Oh.
Actually pretty cool. Yeah, it was a family, and they brought their 2 sons along, and they were telling us all about their experience on the Wheel of Fortune. So cool stuff. And we really pride ourselves in having a premium experience. So this really kind of starts. We think the tour starts when you're going to the airport. So we say leave the driving to us. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come to the Wood County Council on Aging. We're going to pick you guys up and take you to and from the Detroit airport, included in our
We
air
did it from our
package.
house.
Oh, from your house? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, whenever.
It's well worth
Yeah.
the extra money to pay for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's included in our air package.
Oh, is
And
it?
yeah, so yeah, if you're not going with a group, it's within 50 miles of the nearest airport. We'll come and pick you up. And I think it's $30 more if you're outside that range, but for groups, it's 100 miles. So we're within that 100-mile range.
We
from
paid
Detroit.
extra, but it was well worth it
Yeah,
for them to pick you up at your house, and then you don't have to park and pay for parking, and then he was there waiting on us when we came in.
yeah.
Luggage.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is. It is a really premium experience to be able to do that, and we've been doing that for a long time. Not many others do that. We'll handle your bags for you, and we've got expert tour managers that are with you the entire time. They're always locals, and they know so much about the destination, what to do in your free time, everything like that. And have you ever heard of the Travel Awards? It's like the Oscars of the travel industry. We've won the award for best guide for I think it's 14 years now in a row. And yeah, especially for these 2 trips that, they're 2 of our best sellers. We always have the best guides for these 2. So you guys will be in great hands. And so yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys about Canyon Country. This tour will be going from April 2nd to the 9th, 8 days, 11 meals, 7 nights. And we're gonna be going around Arizona and Utah, and we'll finish up in Las Vegas. And this is the QR code for our group webpage. If you guys want to go and take a look at that, you can sign up through our website, and it has all the rates, everything like that on there. It has the whole entire itinerary, which I'll be going through with you guys. So yeah, I'll give you a moment if you want to get your camera out and go to that webpage.
I was telling her when we went to Ireland, our guy was a retired school teacher. So he had
Oh yeah,
all the knowledge of.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really impressed with that.
Yeah.
And you knew how to present it.
Yeah,
That's half the thing.
Yeah, a lot of the time, they're usually former educators, teachers, or the writers or former historians. And then they decide, I want a job where I'm outside and doing stuff and working with people. So
yeah,
they
he
really
was.
love it.
What was his
We're some of
name?
the best.
But he was excellent at history.
Our bus driver was great too.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah, Dennis, I remember Dennis.
Okay, cool. You guys got that up?
You got it?
Okay, perfect. Yep, so the activity level for this one, it's lower, it's a level 2. And this one's really unique too. There's other options. Depending on your activity level, if you want to, hike a little bit more, if you don't really want to hike at all, if you want to go to a museum, learn about the human history of the region, you can do that. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But this one's pretty moderate, pretty easy to do. So it's always one of our most popular, because for someone who hasn't done a Colette trip before or guided touring, this is a great one to get into it and kind of get your toes wet. And so just looking at a glance, I always love having a map up because, I'm more of a visual learner. And so we're going to be starting in Phoenix and then going to Scottsdale, spending a night in Scottsdale. From Scottsdale, we'll go to Sedona and sort of creep our way up into the Grand Canyon. We'll stay one night in the Grand Canyon. And then from there, I'll be heading to Lake Powell for 2 nights and then to Bryce Canyon National Park. And then we'll stay in Springdale. We used to stay right inside of Zion National Park, but we actually changed it because there's really nothing to do at night in Zion National Park. There's no stores or restaurants or anything like that. So we stay in Springdale and they have shuttles that run back and forth every 30 minutes to and from the national park. And there's some restaurants there and stuff to do. So we made that change a few years ago. And then from there, we'll be going to Las Vegas, staying a night in the Paris Hotel, which I'll have a picture up later. I actually just stayed there in October. Super nice hotel, but I probably stayed down on the slot machine for a little too long. And yeah, we'll be starting in Scottsdale. Super beautiful. I mean, the scenery just in all of Arizona and this entire trail that we're gonna be going on is just gonna be spectacular. And you guys are really gonna love it. We're staying at the courtyard there, right in the heart of Scottsdale. We're gonna be close to everything, all kinds of restaurants and everything around there. And we'll actually be having a welcome dinner that night. And we're going to be learning about sort of the history and the culture of the humans that used to live there, the Native Americans. And then from there, we're going to be going to Sedona, going to see these huge, incredible red buttes that rise right out of the ground. We'll be stopping there on our motor coach, taking a walk around, getting some photo opportunities. But this is just our halfway meeting point before we go to the Grand Canyon. And once we get to the Grand Canyon, it'll be just absolutely breathtaking. The amount of history that the Grand Canyon has had from its formation from the Colorado River, millions of years of sediment deposits creating this insane canyon. I mean, you can see this thing from outer space. It's so huge and so vast, and it's really a great place to stay too. There's a lot to do, a lot of different restaurants and bars and places to go to, souvenirs, stuff like that. And I think Grand Canyon really speaks for itself. It's just the way it rises right out of the ground, and it's just incredible.
Do you go to both the North Rim and the South Rim?
Yeah, we're going on the East Rim.
Okay.
Yeah, East Rim. And yeah, exactly right here. We're going to East Rim Drive. We'll be driving around, stopping for some photo opportunities. And with our guide, they'll be having a commentary with us, talking about, the way that Grand Canyon was formed, everything like that. And this is one of the best parts of the trip is just this drive, just looking out the windows and seeing some of the most spectacular things you've ever seen in your life. And then we'll be stopping at the Cameron Trading Post, going and getting some Native American arts and crafts, stopping there for lunch, and really, really cool place, famous for all these Native American beads and jewelry and pottery. So we'll get a chance to stop and get some souvenirs that are special to the region from the Pueblo Indians. And then we'll be going to Lake Powell, which, if you know anything, it's not actually a lake, it's a reserve. And it's stopped by the Lake Powell Dam that actually connects to the Colorado River. And so about 100 years ago, they built this dam to create this water reserve, and it actually serves a lot of people that live in Las Vegas and in Arizona, the whole entire region. And so this, we'll be taking a little bit drive around here, stopping for some photos, and it'll be super pretty. Then we'll be staying at the Lake Powell Resort. It's got a few pools and super nice accommodations, and we'll have these incredible views of the countryside, just looking around outside of our rooms. And this will be a really nice hotel. And then when we're at Lake Powell, we'll be going on about an hour-long horseshoe bend little boat ride on the Colorado River, learning about the Pueblo Indians. And people really love this part of the trip too, because you're actually on the water and going inside these canyons, and it's pretty sweet. Next, we'll be going to the Bryce Canyon National Park. Many people say it's one of the most beautiful national parks in all the United States, especially with the towering hoodoos that people call. They're kind of like fairy chimneys, and they're super unique. There's not many else in the rest of the world. This is the most concentrated place for hoodoos, and we'll be spending a lot of time in the park. Going to the Bryce Point, which is super famous. There's a lot of trails to be walking around on. Whoops. Then going to Sunset Point, which is super gorgeous. Great place to take some photos and just walk around and take in all the beautiful scenery, the waterfalls, and all these hoodoos that really tower up out of out of the ground, and it's kind of looks like an alien planet. You know, if you ever seen The Martian, it kind of looks a little bit like that. And then we'll be staying in Springdale for the next 2 nights at the Hyatt Place. One of the nicest Hyatts you could stay at. This is the nicest hotel in Springdale. And we're gonna be, steps away from Bryce National Park, and it'd be super nice. There's pools, hot tubs, and just right there, centrally located from all the stores and restaurants and everything like that. Then we'll be taking our journey to the Zion National Park. Another one that people say is one of the most beautiful. This one's a little bit more green than Bryce National Park. There's a lot of hanging terraces and gardens, a lot of different valleys and hills and rivers that run through Zion National Park. And so it'll be a little bit of a different experience. And we'll be taking an open air tram ride through through Zion National Park. So you get a chance to really see from the ground level and see all these just amazing rock structures forming out of the ground. And we'll have a choice on tour. There's some hiking and some trails. There's a few different trails that you can choose based on how active you are, how much you want to do it. But we also have the Zion Human History Museum right here that houses a ton of Pueblo Native American history, and also history from the early settlers that settled right around here in Springdale. And we'll also be staying pretty close to the park too, and there'll be a tram going back and forth. But there's a few options for the hike. The Lower Emerald Pools Trail is kind of the easiest of them. It's pretty smooth and paved, and it's kind of short. It's about an hour to 2 hours long, depending on how far you go on it. Then we also have a Riverside one. It's a little bit more challenging, kind of in the middle. And then if you're really feeling adventurous and you feel you want to challenge yourself, the Scout Lookout Rim or the Scout Lookout is really cool too. It comes a little bit more higher up in the air, you're really on the edge. But that one's really cool too. But you also can go to the Human History Museum as well, and you don't have to do hiking if you don't want to. You can do at your own pace, and that's kind of why I said there's some options here. But then we'll be staying in Vegas for the last night of the tour. And if you have never been to Vegas before, it's definitely a place you should go and see for yourself at least once in your life. It's interesting. It's a little bit different than it was, 20 years ago. A little bit not as nice anymore, but it's still really, really beautiful and really fun. There's a lot to do. And actually, we're staying at the Paris Hotel, not Planet Hollywood. We made that change about a year ago, and they just haven't updated with the slides yet. But we're staying at the Paris, so you'll be able to see the actual Eiffel Tower, the real one.
Yeah.
And
Right, yeah.
maybe hopefully you get a little bit lucky and hit some luck in the slots or blackjack or whatever if you gamble. But really good food there in Paris Hotel as well. There's a lot of great steak restaurants and just a lot of things to do in Vegas, and it'll be super nice there too. And so if you want to join us, it's April 2nd to the 9th, so about 8 days and 7 nights. And if you want to make a deposit and secure your space, it's $698 per person. We also include travel protection insurance if you want to get that, and it's canceled for any reason. So even up to 24 hours before the day of departure, if you're having a bad hair day like I am today, you can say, "Hey, I want my money back. We'll refund you 100% cash." And also that deposit is also 100% refundable until October 2nd. So say you want to secure your space today, and you're like, "Hey, I want to go," and you change your mind, by October 7th, you can cancel and get all of your money back. Even if you got the travel protection insurance, you can get that 100% refundable back as well.
Question.
Yeah.
Each have a little bit of money that we earn from COLA. Can you put that towards these trips?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So if you've we have kind of like a loyalty program. So
I just got something.
I just
Yeah.
got something
Yeah.
to get in the mail.
yeah, so when you guys book, it should automatically apply.
Oh,
So
okay.
if it was in the last 2 years, it's 5%. So you guys would be eligible for the 5%. And then if it's between 2 and 3 years, I think it's 3%. So yeah, you guys,
We don't get that whole dollar amount they sent us.
what was that?
If we don't get the whole dollar amount that they said we had, we only get a percentage of it.
Oh, well,
It might be.
okay. It might be both then. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you said, okay, yeah, well, it's based on the last tour that you did.
we did,
Harrison, England.
yeah, London,
Okay.
Paris.
Then it might be that dollar amount you're talking about then.
Yeah.
Might be that.
I got it, I didn't have time to open it.
Okay, yeah.
How do you get it?
What,
By
by taking
booking through
trips,
them,
taking-
they give you loyalty.
Yeah.
you know.
And it'll,
Kind of an incentive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, just to say thank you, and we'd
Yeah.
love to see you come back on one of our trips. So it'll be 5% of what the last trip you did was. So the price of the last trip, it would be 5%. And so that'll be applied to the next one that you book.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
The year before was bigger trip.
Okay.
South Africa.
Oh, really? No way. Nice.
It was a trip.
That was a bigger price trip.
Oh, yeah.
But it was worth it. It was
Definitely.
well worth
Yeah,
it.
if you're going to Africa and you want to go on a safari and go see everything there, you gotta do a guided.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go sit in the jungle with the gorillas.
What? Oh, you want to go? I thought you said you did, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'd love to go see some gorillas too. But yeah, if you guys are interested in going, just put the deposit in today, and if you change your mind, you get that all back before October 2nd. And this is the group webpage too. I think you guys already pulled that up, so and this is what the group webpage looks like. You'll have Danielle's information, the program's email if you want some more information, and you can book straight online. Just press book now in the top right, and then you can also see there's other rates for if you want to have a pre-night or post night. You want to stay one more night in Scottsdale or one more night in Vegas. You can definitely do that as well. That'll have the rates on there and everything too, and you can also look and see what the rate would be for elite airfare as well too. If you want to upgrade to premium economy or business class, we do that as well.
I suggest we might not wanna do that right
That'd
now.
be an easy flight going from here, from Detroit or wherever to Arizona.
Yeah, I always tell my grandparents when they travel, get elite airfare, get business class, get premium, because, if you don't, when you're gone, I will.
So what if you have points with like an airlines? Can you utilize
Yeah.
them in some way or?
Yeah, if you have points, you would have to do it probably through like the air yourself. Yeah, but you can get points from our air too.
Okay,
But yeah, I don't think you can apply those as a discount on the air that we provide.
okay, but
Yeah.
you're gonna put it onto the points you have then.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, so like the miles that you get from going from Detroit to Phoenix, yeah, you'll get those miles from
Okay.
the airline. Yeah. And then also if you want to use those points, I mean, you don't have to book air with us. You can do it, through by yourself. But yeah, we'll definitely get you those miles if you do it with us. Yep. And yeah, also we accept all credit cards and we have no transaction fee, so don't have to worry about that. And just want to remind you, probably 100% refundable until October 2nd. And now we're gonna kind of switch pace, talk about Scotland a little bit here. So this one's a little bit longer, 10 days, 15 meals included, and this one goes from June 7th to the 16th. Beautiful time to be in Scotland. This would be very nice weather. Usually when you go in like March or April, it could be pretty rainy and pretty cold, especially since it's pretty north geographically. And it's definitely a little bit higher elevated, so it definitely gets a lot colder. So in June, it should be about probably 60s to 70s. I'd say it get as high as 78, but not all the time. And this one's really cool too, because we're starting in Glasgow and we're going to see basically the north, east, south, and west parts of Scotland. And we're starting in Glasgow. And I think the route from Detroit to Glasgow would probably be through Newark to Glasgow or from Detroit to Amsterdam, depending on which airline we go with, either United or Delta. Because I know there's a lot of flights that come out of Detroit. And then, we'll start in Glasgow, go to Ballahoosh. That's a hard one to say, Ballahoosh. Doesn't look like it at all. And from there, we're actually gonna be doing a day trip to the Isle of Skye, going to Loch Ness, going to see Nessie, and going to Thurso, and going to the Orkney Islands, but taking a ferry ride out there, coming back to Inverness for one more night, and going to Pitlochry, and then ending, and really what people say is the best part of Scotland is Edinburgh, the historic city. So we'll have 2 nights in Edinburgh, and then we'll be flying back. This one's also a level 2, so pretty moderate to low activity. I mean, if you're okay with climbing 2 flights of stairs or walking 2 hours over the course of a day at relaxed pace, so walking around and stopping, walking around and stopping, and listening to the tour manager talk. So pretty easy one to do. And Glasgow, absolutely incredible architecture, culinary experiences. The food there is incredible. And also when we're there the first night, we're gonna be having a welcome dinner, and we're gonna be with the whole bagpipe band. and we're gonna be learning all about bagpipes and their instruments that they use there. And so that'd be a really cool experience as well. Yeah, you see it right here. We'll be having dinner and they'll be entertaining us with the bagpipes. So it's a pretty fun one. One of the best welcome dinners that we do. We usually do a welcome dinner on every trip, and this one's a little bit special.
What's your maximum number of people that you take them to it?
44,
Okay,
but we average around 36.
it was a nice size then.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good
It's good
size.
to know people.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And we also do ones that are lower with maximum of 24. All the ones in Africa we do are like maximum of 18. So we do offer some different sizes. And yeah, pretty incredible learning about clarinets and the bagpipes and all kinds of stuff. Then we'll be at the Maldron Hotel, 4-star hotel right there in Glasgow. Be our home for the night. And then the next day we'll be going to Whiskey Distillery. And so this is actually one of the oldest whiskey distilleries in all of Scotland. I think it was opened in 1837, but it's still around, and really great whiskey that they have there. We'll be doing a tasting and a lunch there. And you know, they call it the water of life there. Or maybe that's what I call it.
Low enough to drink.
Let me say that I just turned 22 years old last Monday. Thank you, I appreciate it. And we'll be going to Ballachush Hotel, and this is right there on one of the main locks in Scotland, and just absolutely amazing, right in the Highlands, seeing all these different mountains. And fun fact, actually, the Scottish Highlands are the same mountain range as the Appalachian Mountains. Believe it or not, one of the oldest mountain ranges in all of the United States. And I think that it kind of makes sense with how many legends and folklore that they have there and we have here in Appalachia. We might have shared some of those weird creatures. So it'll be a really great place to stop, and right on the water here, located right centrally in Ballachush. And then the next day we're gonna be going to Isle of Skye. Just to let you know, this one is pretty amazing, but it's a long day. I'll give it to you that way. But we usually go on a ferry. That's what we plan on doing when we go out there. But sometimes the water's rough and we have to take the Skye Bridge and we go on a motor coach instead. And actually it's a little bit less to get there on the motor coach, so we'll have some more time when we get back. But it's a long day, and people really love going to the Isle of Skye because that's kind of where the Jacobean Revolution kind of happened, and there's a lot of history about Britain and Scotland that happened right there on this island. There was a big battle there, and actually there's a huge gravesite where in the first 20 minutes of battle, over 1,000 men died, and it was super bloody. And there's a big memorial that we're going to be going to there, and it's kind of remote, but it's insanely beautiful, surrounded by water, and it's a really highly elevated island, so it looks pretty unique. Kind of, if you ever seen like the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland, it's like an island that kind of looks like that. So that'll be pretty special. And
You ever go out to the Lewis and Harris? That there are islands off from the Isle of Skye.
I don't
And
think
it's like going back, and their original language is Gaelic, and then they learn English. And it's still
Gotcha.
that way. It's
Huh.
yeah,
It's pretty cool. I don't think we do that. I might be wrong, but I think we just go to the Isle of Skye.
I might mention it, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see all these longhorns there that, you know, they kind of need a haircut. Hair's kind of getting in their eyes, but tons of sheep, cattle, beautiful landscape.
That's a Harry Coos.
Oh yeah,
Harry Coos. Somebody
Harry
said,
Coos.
a Harry Coos tour. Harry cow.
Yeah,
Yeah, Harry Coos is it.
that's how they say it.
Yeah, Harry
Okay.
Coos, Harry Coos.
Harry Coos, yep. Well, you just learned me something.
Yeah, you got something new to
Yeah,
your next demonstration.
yep. The Harry Coos. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and we're gonna go to the Urquhart Castle right there on Loch Ness, the ruins of the castle from the 13th century. Pretty spectacular views all around Loch Ness, but don't get too close to the water because Nessie will get you. We've had it happen before. But yeah, absolutely incredible, and just to see the loch in itself, it spans a wide range, and you'll see all kinds of whales and all types of aquatic life there. Not only just the sheep, but it was spectacular. And then we'll be going to Thurso. We'll be taking a stop there as we make our way to Pentland Hotel, which will be our stay for the next night, right there in the heart of Thurso. Then from Thurso, it'd be kind of like our landing point to go to the Orkney Islands. Ton of history and culture here in the Orkney Islands, pretty north. So this will be a little bit colder than the rest of the trip, and definitely pack, raincoat, something that'll keep you dry. It does get pretty rainy over here around the Orkney Islands, but a lot of history here with the incredible architecture is kind of isolated right off the coast of Scotland for a long time, and we'll take a ferry boat ride out there, and we'll be going there to see the standing stones of Stennes and Kirkwall. And the standing stones here are actually dated to be almost 1,000 years older than what's the one in England called Stonehenge. That's right. Yeah, it's actually 1,000 years older than Stonehenge. And so yeah, these Gaelic priests and people made these as religious places to worship and offer offerings to the gods. And so our stay there will also be going to Skara Brae, a Neolithic site where people would worship, and it was actually burial grounds at one point under all these rocks. There was burial grounds, and then they built this stone structure above it. And then from there, we'll be going to Donrobin Castle. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's had many different roles in its history, being a bastion, a palace, and a hospital at one point during World War II. But really beautiful, one of the most beautiful gardens in all of Scotland, and see really, really incredible rooms and architecture and decor. Very medieval. And then from there, we'll have a choice on tour. A lot of people love to go to the Culloden battlefield, one of the most famous battles fought between the Scottish and the Brits when they were trying to fight for independence. Or you can go to Inverness Castle, which is a castle from the 19th century. Really cool castle, and like the one before, it had a lot of different history between. It was also a hospital during World War II, being a bastion, a royal palace, and many other things along those lines too. So you can either go to Inverness Castle or Culloden Battlefield, and we offer kind of a choice on tour on many of our tours, just to give our folks, kind of an option of what to do. I know one time when I was in Sweden, we had a choice on tour to either do the ABBA Museum or to go to the Vasa Museum, which is like this old ship put in a big museum. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but
Been there.
been there? Yeah. So me, my brother, we decided to go to the Vasa Museum. My mom, my stepsister, and my sister-in-law decided to go to the ABBA Museum. And when they came and told me about it, I was like, oh gosh, kind of wish I went. Or
It was walking distance.
yeah, it was walking distance, but yeah, we didn't have as much time when we were there. Oh, then this is probably what people think is the best part of the tour. We have a full-on sheepdog demonstration where we go to a sheep farm, and we have this sheepdog go and round up all these different sheep and bring them back. And it's just really cool. And the people that run this, it's a family-owned farm. They've been around for like almost 300 years. And so these are like practices that they've been using for, hundreds of years.
Do they have baby sheep?
Oh yeah, they'll have baby
That's-
sheep.
We wanted to hold in Ireland, we never got a chance.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure if we can hold them, but I'm sure they're gonna have babies there,
Yeah,
yeah.
we saw babies, but we never stopped anywhere that
Mhm.
had them close.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll let us hold them, because when we were in Australia for our sales meeting, they didn't let us hold the koalas. And I know people really love to go and hold koalas. I was kind of thinking, we might be able to, but Colette, we're kind of going towards being like Colette cares and being sustainable and good for the environment and stuff. And
Yeah,
part of that we don't really do kind of those sort of things. We
Remember.
kind of move back on
a
that.
lot of the sheep had, it looked like somebody spray painted them.
Yeah.
I guess it was like this belongs to this
Well,
farmer.
it's like doing the cow and doing the branding on the cow.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, this one's really cool. I mean, you really get to see it right in action. These dogs are so fast, and they're insanely smart too.
Yeah,
They're supposed to be the smartest of the dogs.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, really just incredible creatures, and they're super cute too, and all the sheep. And then we'll be going our way to Edinburgh, going to the Radisson Blu, one of the nicest hotels in Edinburgh. Used to be a castle, part of it was a castle, and just pretty amazing 4-star hotel right there in the heart of Edinburgh, right around the historic district there. So it'll be with walking distance from all kinds of restaurants and shops and boutiques. Um, and that'll be our home for the next 2 nights. And the next day, we're actually going to having a chef-led cooking class. We're gonna make some desserts, some treats, and it'll be really fun too. And then after that, we're gonna be going to Edinburgh Castle, which was built in the 1300s. And right there on top of this hill, just magnificent, rises above everything. We'll be doing a walking tour. I think it's a few hours long. And I'll be walking around, learning all the history about Edinburgh, the Edinburgh Castle, the royalty that lived there. And that's one of people's favorite parts of the trip as well. I mean, it's kind of exactly what you picture when you think of, a medieval castle. Just incredible. We'll see a lot of jewelry and crowns and gold and just really amazing architecture here that can't really find here in the United States. Predates us by about 400 years. So it's crazy when you go out to all these countries and you realize, how much younger the United States is compared to a lot of these other countries. So it'll be a really cool experience to be able to see the Edinburgh Castle. And then we'll have some free time that night. Be able to shop at the Princess Street. The National Museum is right there by our hotel as well. Calton Hill National Monument super close as well. So this is why we always have a tour manager too. They're always there to give you the suggestions of what to do and see in the city. They know the places that are tourist traps and where you actually want to go locally. And then we also have a pre-tour extension. This one is for London. So we'll have 3 nights in London, and I'll give you the rate for this one because I'm not sure if it's on the website. But this one's really cool too because it's gonna be led by the same guy that's doing Scotland too. So you'll be with the same person. So maybe if you don't like them, you'll have a lot of time with them. But I'm sure you love them. We always have the best guides when we do Scotland and Cannon Country. So let me pull up the rate for this. So for the pre-tour extension for Ireland,
Harrison,
for
yeah.
London. Sorry, we're going to St. Paul's Cathedral, Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, and this is all guided too. The South Bank area, Tower of London, and many more. And so this one is $1,400 or $1,399 per person, pre-tour extension. And then we also have a pre-night and post-night, one in Glasgow, and that's $310 per room. And then also one in Edinburgh. So if you want to stay another night in Edinburgh, it's $500 per room. Yeah, and if you want to secure your spot on this one, fully refundable up until December 8th. So you got a lot of time to decide. But if you want to lock your space in today, feel free to let me know and I can help you get signed up. And we'll put a deposit of $698. And then the cancel for any reason travel protection for this one is $549. Both fully refundable up until December 8th. And then final payment will be on March 9th in 2027. So still a ways away. And then for this one, it's $5,699 per person, or if you're single, add $1,100, and so that would be $6,799 if you're a single. And this includes the hometown pickup, round trip transfers to and from the airport, and air tags as well, and all itinerary inclusions on this one, and also the Collect Tour Manager. And also, we usually don't include the gratuities for the tour manager and the driver. And it's usually something like, I want to say it's $6 a day for the tour manager, and the bus driver is like $4 a day. And then sometimes they like to give a tip to the housekeeping at the hotel. So it's like $1 a day. But we don't include that, but all the meals or most of the meals are included. And this is the group webpage for this one. Let's see if we can.
Do you have paperwork on these?
Actually, our flyers did not come in time for some reason. I tried to get them to come in a little bit sooner, but they did not. We'll be getting those here soon. So if you want to let Danielle know that you're interested, we can get you a copy of the flyers once they come in. They should be coming in next
We
week.
get books every so often, it could be in there too,
Yeah, but it just has a small,
but it gives you the whole thing.
oh, yeah, I guess we do.
It's like a catalog.
Yeah. Right, yeah. I've given Danielle a few of those. But you know, we have those, I think Danielle probably has a few. But yeah, and then also, I mean, this is kind of like the flyer, kind of the digital version has everything that we covered in the presentation. You know, all, and also probably even more, has travel tips too. So it's kind of like having your documents early. I don't remember when you got your physical documents with your flights and everything before your trip. We have a lot of the information on the group webpage too. So, you know, what type plugs you need, do you need a visa, passport, all that kind of stuff. So we'll have that on the website too.
We had to do that to go to London and Paris. We had to apply for something, remember?
Yep.
Yeah, just,
The webpage
it
looks
just
like.
started like that year, and we had to do it
Yeah.
when we went last year.
And-
It was
and-
only like $14.
Yeah, and also on the webpage too, if you want to share it with a friend, you can email them, you know, share it on Facebook. If you know you want some friends to come with you, you can share it on there as well. And then, yep, $698 check or credit card, 100% refundable until December 8th. And we take all major credit cards, Visa or Visa, not Visa, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, all those, and no credit card fee at all. A lot of companies will charge 5% or 3% fee. We don't charge anything. So, and do you guys have any questions?
No. Now, that's the only two that they're having for next year.
Yeah, we're gonna do another presentation in the fall for cultural treasures of Japan, and then we're also doing one to
That's the one
Croatia.
I'm interested in.
Okay,
And what was it, the second one you had?
Croatia, Croatian island. So we'll be talking about those two. But yeah, Danielle, we'll let you know when we have that presentation. Probably be sometime around August or September, I would imagine. But yeah, we haven't scheduled that one yet, but we'll be doing those two for next year, and then probably another 4 for 2028.
Do you have an idea of roughly what the Japan one would cost? Cause I checked
Yeah.
the airport for my grandson and I was like $3,000 round trip per
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, actually, I'll pull it up right now and I'll tell you.
You love that Scotland one.
Yeah,
Yeah, so for, let's see, you connect to my hotspot, and I'll tell you what the price is for that one too.
We stayed in a, well, it wasn't Airbnb, it was a stay B&B in Scotland. It was on a farm and the dogs and she. That was just an app thing that was years ago. And my parents were going to visit us. And my dad said, there's a incredible babies and he felt like he was touching his toes on me. The belly's so small, he felt like he was on death.
So the Colorful Treasures of Japan, this one's 14 days, so it's a little bit longer. And this one's September of 2027 from the 12th to the 25th. And let's see the price for this one. Okay, so this one's it's a little bit more expensive.
not figuring one day.
Yeah, the double for a double, it's $9,699.
That's
For
not bad.
yeah, for single, it's 11,599, and this one's 14 days too, and does Tokyo, Hakone, Matsumoto, Takayama, Kanazawa, Kyoto, and it's where we end for the last 4 nights. Then we take a trip to Hiroshima and we go to the nuclear bomb memorial and see literally right where the bomb dropped, go right to the point. And then we'll be flying out of Osaka. So we're going into Tokyo and out of Osaka.
How long a flight is that?
I would say it's probably similar to what I just experienced going from LA to Sydney. Probably about, gosh, if I had to say, I can tell you right now.
They planned to go over to.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah, you would
15
go out-
and a half. Going to Africa and coming home, it was like 20 some hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we-
We had to fly into Paris.
Paris
Yeah,
and
Oh, I don't
then
like,
Newark.
I don't like Paris airport.
Yeah.
It was confusing.
Yeah, I like Amsterdam.
We could have done the extension and I wish we would have done the extension when we were in Paris to go to Amsterdam, because she runs the Tulip
Tulip
Festival.
Festival.
Oh,
And it would
yeah.
have been going on then.
But you know.
Oh,
if you go
yeah.
there Anytime coming back to the States, you can buy tulips in the back that have been certified to import into the United States.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you didn't know that,
No,
no.
I didn't know
yeah.
you can import them.
Yeah, and the airport is, I love the airport, and then I was looking at bulbs and the place, said, oh, you're American, she said, these are the ones that you can take with you. And, there's a seal on it, and do not take it off. And I'll tell you, when you went through customs, and they went through Chicago, they checked very carefully that I had not done anything with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bring bulbs back with
Oh
you.
my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, my
Oh,
mom would
they-
love to do
they-
that. That was September 12th. September 12th to the 25th.
I don't know, they put all those stuff on. Let me write that date down.
Or find it on the website too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it should be on Wood County Council on Aging website or Committee on Aging.
Or Colette, if you go to Colette.
That's what I thought, like, on the
Yeah.
website, it should be on this.
Said September what?
The 12th,
To what?
the 25th.
You just gonna put 10,000.
It will seem like that.
It's close to that, yeah. Yeah, but I would love to do Japan.
My grandson wanted to go to Japan. And I checked in the airfare and I said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's really where most of that comes
Yeah.
from is the
Yeah.
airfare. It's just ridiculous.
So I'm taking him to Alaska in August. We're
Oh,
gonna
nice.
go to Canada for a couple of days and then 7-day cruise.
Oh, nice.
So
That's
got
awesome.
direct flights in both ways, so
Are you doing that with us?
AAA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, we're sold to AAA, so I wonder if it's member choice vacations
Yeah,
they're doing it with. Okay, well, cool. That's awesome. I hope you have a great time.
yeah.
Yeah, and
My husband, I was supposed to go and he got sick and passed away and I couldn't anybody go with me, so got my money back and I've been
Mhm.
talking about it and since Japan was so expensive. I said, well, why don't we just go to Alaska?
yeah,
He wants to go fishing.
nice.
Are you
Yeah,
able to do that?
Alaska's
I don't know,
beautiful.
we'll find out when we get there.
Yeah,
He was
Alaska's
just talking
beautiful.
about it.
Yeah, when you do Alaska with us too, we do that cruise, it's 7 nights. And when you do the cruise with us, it's through Holland America, which one of the operators that do those
I don't
cruises.
think it's Holland America.
I love,
Okay.
that's the one we used, that's the only
Yeah.
cruise we ever took was Holland America. And we flew into Fairbanks.
Yep.
And then took the train and everything up
Yep,
to Denali and to.
yep, Denali, yeah.
And met up with friends in, Anchorage,
Anchorage, yeah.
that we had lived next door to 50 years before. And they picked us up in a 1937 Chrysler.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, when we do it with Holland America, we contract them to do the cruising part of it. Usually you have a different guide every day if you do it through Holland, but with us, you have the same guide every single day. And they're always either like a naturalist or like a former park ranger that really knows like all the animals and the wildlife and everything there. So that's really nice. That's kind of one of the benefits of doing it with us, but that's awesome.
Where do they stop?
Ketchikan, Talkeetna, Juneau. There's another place too. I can't remember the name. It's some funky name. But we get off every port and we go and do kind of like a little bit kind of like a day trip out into the to see all the natural wonders. Then we also do Denali National Park, and we have like one of their park rangers come on the bus with us, and while we're driving around, pointing out different things and really giving us the history about Denali. But people really love Alaska. Every single year our Alaska sells out. It's just it just sells itself really.
Haynes, is that one of the other places you were thinking of?
Haynes, I'll tell you right now because I did a presentation the other night for it, so I'll tell you what it
So I
was.
guess, have you been on a lot of the Colette tours since yourself?
Yeah, so my dad's been with Club for 30 years. Yeah. And so, yeah, when guy who was in Ohio, he just retired in September. He became a crypto millionaire because when COVID happened, we had to, lay off a lot of people, or else we would have went out of business. And he invested in crypto and then he came back. And last year, I guess crypto blew up and retired. He was like 35 years old. And yeah, and I graduated from Ohio State in December, so it's kind of like perfect timing. I applied for the job. I didn't really have anything lined up after I graduated yet. So got the job and it's been really great so far. They've already taken me to Australia and we worked 2 days while we were there. There for like almost 10 days and it was just magnificent. I mean, we went to the Great Barrier Reef. I did scuba diving there. There was snorkeling there. I was swimming with sea turtles and barracuda. And I was literally right on top of the reef, like just swimming right above it, and all these fish would come up to me and come up to the reef and start, eating on the coral and everything, and it was really amazing. It's one of the best things I've done in my life, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay, Skagway, we stop in Skagway, we go to the Hubbard Glacier. And we actually board in Whittier too. Glacier Bay, Skagway. Then we go to Juneau. We do like a jet boat whale watching there. Then we go to Ketchikan.
I went zip lining in Ketchikan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah,
I
I'd
do
love to do
that.
that. You would?
Oh, yeah. There was some college students going, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah,
I was doing,
we do like a gondola ride up in Grouse Mountain
oh,
over Vancouver. So we stay like one more night in Vancouver. We get there like in the morning, then we stay a night there. Then the next morning
no,
we
Vancouver Island or the city or Vancouver?
the city. Yeah, pretty cool. We go see all these totem poles, at Stanley
So you have
Park.
a big future in your life if you stay with Colette all the
Yeah.
traveling, that's amazing.
Well, yeah, I'm super lucky because most people they don't get to travel until they're retired.
Yeah,
Most people, and so I've been really blessed. And my dad been being with Colette for 30 years. He's been to a lot of cool places too. I mean, he's probably been to Ireland like 4 or 5 times.
yeah.
He goes, so he kind of works on like a national level now. And so he works like a lot of radio stations, TV stations, because we like promote with them, and we have like their talent go on the air and be like, hey, we're going with Colette to Croatia. We want all you guys to come with us. Come with Tony Rizzo and Tony Grossi, and we're gonna go see the magnificent wonders of Croatia or wherever it is. And yeah, we work with a lot of like sports talk radio with ESPN
You do a
Cleveland.
great job, I gotta tell you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, we're with ESPN Cleveland, Milwaukee, LA and New York now, just started this past year. But yeah, he goes to Australia like 2 or 3 times a year to work because we have an office in Australia. We've got reps out there too.
Where in Australia?
Our headquarters in Australia is in Sydney.
Okay.
But yeah, we've got reps in Brisbane and Perth and Melbourne, Gold Coast, all over. And they haven't been doing very well. So they're trying to get my dad to go there every year and go train them and go on the road with them, kind of show them how it's done. So I guess, their culture is a lot different there, in many different ways. And also the people that travel there, there's companies that have been in Australia focusing on travel for a long time. It wasn't until about 15 years ago that we opened an office in Australia. And when they travel there, they go for like 30 days. I mean, because they're just so far from everything.
Oh, yeah.
They have
There's
to.
5 time zones? in
Yeah.
Australia?
Yeah, I think it's 5. I
Yeah.
think you're
it's
right.
5.
Yeah, but it's Australia's really beautiful. It's like it's a bucket list thing.
That's
Yeah.
been sort of on my bucket list,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll make it or not, but yeah, I have some friends down there too,
Oh,
so.
really?
Through Girl Scouts, I said I do Girl Scouts nationally and internationally.
Yeah.
And so I've got people all over the world, but.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's some cool people in Australia. Actually, my regional manager, he lives in Delaware, but he comes out on the road with me a lot. He actually used to be
Ohio or the state?
state.
Okay.
So he's got like the Mid-Atlantic. There's like 6 or 7 of us reps that, there's 2 in Ohio, there's a few in Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia. He's kind of like our regional boss managing us. And so he actually used to live in Sydney for about 9 years,
Mm.
like 8 or 9 years. And he moved back a few years ago. But yeah, he loves it. He thinks Sydney is like the best city in the world. And it was really cool. It was different than my expectations. The food there was really good, great seafood. I didn't realize that Sydney is actually 50% Asian. Half the population there is Asian, which I did not expect at all. And so the Thai food, the Vietnamese food, the Japanese food there was incredible.
Oh, I bet.
Everything was clean. I didn't see like one homeless person. The airport there was super nice too. Like half the airport was like duty free. It was so nice. And even like, like Versace and nice brands too, they were duty free as well. And that was super cool.
Did you
And
buy anything?
yeah, well, I bought the Apple like AirPods, like the
Yeah.
headphones. And then I also bought a cologne when I was there. I bought some Chanel cologne. Cause it was a duty free. I was like, I gotta get something, you know?
Right, right.
And yeah, and the American dollar compared to the Australian dollar, we win a lot on it. So I think the Australian dollar is like 70% strength to the American dollar.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was cool. It was great there. But the one thing that was weird to me is that they call their appetizers, they don't call them appetizers, they call them entrees. And that was just not like that.
I know, we had a friend that went to Australia and, she said that they call them, you don't like we call them sour pusses, they call them lemon heads or something,
Mhm.
just a different figure of speech.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah, it was really nice there. I mean,
Nikki was talking about that.
when we were in Cairns, which is kind of like on the northeast coast, it's like it's all like rainforest and beaches, but you can't swim at the beaches because there's saltwater crocodiles and they'll really come up and try to kill you.
Oh,
They'll come try to eat. They're opportunistic hunters.
Oh,
And so plenty of people die every year from
so hopefully there's
crocodiles.
signs out there, stay out of the water.
They have signs out there and it's just like a big crocodile. Yeah, like stay away, do
Yeah.
not enter, beach closed.
Wow.
So yeah, you have to like go to a pool or like a lagoon when you're there. But I mean, Cairns is really cool. We did like a gondola ride through the rainforest when we were there and a train ride too. And we're like right above the canopy of the rainforest and you see it right down.
Oh.
And it was crazy. And we like would get off at stops like on the way on the gondola. And we would like go on like a nature walk with like a tour guide there. And we were like walking around and at the corner of my eye, I looked at this leaf. And what would you guess? It's a stick bug right on this leaf. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. The most weird creature ever. It literally looked just like a twig.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, I mean, I don't even know how I saw it. It blended right in. And it was so cool. I saw this huge spider that was about this much bigger than my hand, I'd say. Like it was like this big.
Yeah.
And it was huge. And we were taking pictures of this thing. It kind of looked like a big, like orb weaver spider. And when we were taking pictures of this thing, it turns its torso around and shoots like a web at us. And it hit a girl in the leg.
Oh my
And
God.
this girl was like, ah, my leg, my leg.
Oh, my God.
It's
Somebody
kinda
got
like
the
some
heck out of
venom in
there.
it. I don't know, it might have. The girl was like reacting like it hurt. And I was like, that's weird. They can have venom in their web. How would it even get into your body?
It's
I don't
weird that
know.
it would shoot at a
Right?
bird, you know what I mean? Cause
Maybe it
unless
just felt like it was
part of the
threatened or something.
Yeah.
you know?
You just get annoyed at us.
Move along.
Yeah.
Doesn't Australia have a time of year when all those spiders come out and they make all those webs all over?
Yeah.
I think that's gotta be eerie.
I think it's like in their like early spring,
That's
right
gotta
after
be
winter.
eerie.
I wouldn't want
I
to say
can
that.
imagine, I've seen pictures and just like picnic table is just full of.
It looks like there's like snow.
webs. Just, yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't see any huntsman spiders or any other spiders like that. But that was the only one, and we saw them in a rainforest, you know, I came to his territory. I wanna see them there, not, you know, in my bathroom.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Okay, well, thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you guys can join us. We're not joining us, you know, Canyon Country or Scotland, maybe the Cultural Treasures of Japan. So I'll be here again. I'll see you again sometime in the fall. If you
Okay,
guys want to come out to that and learn some more information. But yeah, and you know, if we did a presentation for Treasure of Cultures of Japan or the other one, and you guys still want to pick, you know, one of these two, I think we'll still have, it'll be before the date that, you know, you would have to be on the wait for this, because I think for this one, or for Canyon Country, it was October 2nd, and for Scotland, it was December 8th. So there'll still be time to sign up.
Do you have like a card or something?
Yeah.
That
do.
way, if we do book something and they ask,
Mhm.
you know, how we found out about it, we can
Yeah.
throw your name out there.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'll give my card.
Give you some extra points, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So what was your major in college?
It was actually mass communications. I wanted to be in radio and TV.